In this video, we will look at how to solve two-step equations. Let's start with an example. 4x plus 28 equals 144. So what exactly is happening here? We have a variable x, and what happens to x first? It's multiplied by 4. So it's multiplied by 4 and you get 4x. Then what happens is you add 28. So you add 28 and so you would get 4x plus 28. And they're telling you that that is equal to 144. And what you want to figure out is what this value of x is. So the way you would think about it is, if all these things happen to x, then we're just going to work our way backwards. So from 144, we're going to take away 28. And 144 minus 28 is 116. So 4x is equal to 116. And from that, since there is a times 4 here, we are going to undo that and we're going to divide by 4. And 116 divided by 4, 100 divided by 4 is 25, 16 divided by 4 is 4, so that's 29. That means x is equal to 29. Essentially, what we want to do is undo everything that has happened to x. So we are doing the inverse operations. So let me write this down here again. 4x plus 28 equals 144. And we want to do the inverse operations in the reverse order of the order of operations. What that means is, typically in the order of operations, multiplication comes before adding. So when we are undoing things, we are going to subtract first. So the inverse of plus 28 is minus 28. And remember, whatever you do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side of the equation. So we get here plus 28 and minus 28 will cancel each other out and you get 4x. And 144 minus 28 is 116. So 4x is 116, which is the same that we have right here. And since 4x equals 116 and we want to figure out what 1x is, we're going to divide by 4 on both sides. And that would be 1x, or simply x, equals 29. Now let's do a check. Okay, on the check, we have this as our left-hand side and this as the right-hand side. So the left-hand side is 4x plus 28. And let's substitute the value of x. We figured out that x is 29, so that's 4 times 29 plus 28. I'm going to do some quick calculations here. 29 times 4, 4 times 9 is 36, 4 times 2 is 8, so that's 116. 116 plus 28, 116 plus 28 is 144. And on the right hand side, we have, right hand side is 144, and since both the sides are equal, we know our answer is correct. Let's try another problem. Okay, so what do we have here? 3/4 x minus 7 equals 71. So let's start by undoing this minus 7 by adding back the 7. So plus 7 on both sides. And that would be 3/4 x equals 78. So we have 3/4 x equals 78 and we want to figure out what x is equal to. To figure out what x is equal to, we want to get rid of this 3/4. We want 1x. And to get rid of a fraction, we can multiply by its reciprocal. Multiply by 4/3 on both sides. And let's see what that gives us. Let's see, 78. I'm going to leave this space here for calculations. 78 times 4/3. 78 divided by 3 is 26. 26 times 4 is 26 times 2 is 52 and 26 times 4 is 104. So x is equal to 104. Now let's do a check. Okay, so our left hand side is this and this is the right hand side, and we are hoping that the left hand side and the right hand side are equal to each other. So left hand side is 3/4 x minus 71 and x is equal to 104. So 3/4 times 104 minus 71. Let's see what 3/4 times 104 gives you. So 4 goes into 104. This is 2, 26 times, and 26 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Oh, so that is 78. It is equal to 78. And then what do we do next? Oh, minus 7, not 71. Okay, minus 7. Minus 7, and that is equal to 71, which is the same as our right hand side, and that means our answer of 104, x equals 104, is correct. Let's do one last problem. We have 36 plus x over 8 equals 40. Okay, so our first job is to get rid of this 36, and we can do that by subtracting 36. Remember, the first number is always being added, so we're going to get rid of that by subtracting it. And when we get rid of 36 on both sides, we are left with x over 8 equals 4. What does that mean? There is a number x when divided by 8 gives you 4. So this fraction bar also means division, and the inverse operation would be multiplication. So you would multiply by 8 on both sides, and that would give you x is equal to 32. Now let's do a check. Okay, let me straighten this. Now let's do a check and see if it's correct. See, check is our left hand side. So the left hand side is this 36 plus x over 8 is the left hand side, and that's equal to 36 plus 32 over 8. And 32 over 8, we're not going to do the adding first, we're going to do the division. So 32 over 8 is 4, so that's 36 plus 4, that is equal to 40. And the right hand side, which is this, right hand side is also 40. That means our equation, or that means our answer for x is correct.